Welcome in, everyone. I'm Rachel Cole. Thanks for joining us for 12 News at 10 o'clock. A 4-year-old boy has died after being hit by a car while crossing the street near 36th Street in McDowell. The boy was just a few feet ahead of his mom in the crosswalk when they were both hit. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is in Phoenix with how the community is coming together to support the family.
There's a memorial growing for this young boy. Behind me, balloons, candles, flowers, and stuffed animals were placed by his family here in his memory. All of it just a few hundred feet from the intersection where he was hit and killed. Police tell us it was in this crosswalk that a driver didn't see him and hit him earlier this week.
His laugh, his smile.
For the past 2 years,
He always sat in the yellow square or the yellow circle.
4-year-old Miguel Dominguez would walk into Magical Star Preschool with a smile on his face.
He was just the brightest light.
His teachers, Eileen Buckley and Jessica Layton, say he was the first to raise his hand in class. He liked singing songs, but more than anything else, he loved dinosaurs.
We would always catch him trying to sneak them out in his pockets.
Last Tuesday morning, his teachers received heartbreaking news.
Miguel's gone. I'm like, what do you mean he's gone? Where is he? What do you mean he's gone?
Miguel would not be returning to Magical Star Preschool.
No. I just kept saying no.
Around 8 o'clock the night before, Miguel was walking slightly ahead of his mom in a crosswalk near 36th Street and McDowell Road when a driver hit them both. His mom was not hurt, but Miguel's injuries were severe and he didn't survive.
The kids keep asking, where is he? Nobody should lose a child.
Buckley and Layton say Miguel was his mom's entire world. They hosted a car wash on Saturday morning to help raise money for his funeral expenses.
It destroyed me inside, so I could just imagine how it was for her.
But more than the financial help,
I miss everything about him.
they want her to know Miguel was not just another student to walk through their doors. His bright light will always be remembered.
He will be dearly missed, but he will never be forgotten. His name will live on forever here at Magical.
Phoenix police are still investigating this crash. They tell us the driver stayed on scene and is not suspected to have been impaired at the time. In Phoenix, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thank you for the latest on that story. One person is dead after a crash in South Phoenix that happened earlier this morning. Police say the driver was 21-year-old Jesus Soto Haro. They also say he failed to make a turn at the T intersection near 51st Avenue and Broadway around 4 o'clock this morning. He then crashed his car into a concrete structure. That investigation remains ongoing tonight. A flight bound for Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport was diverted after there were reports of a fire on the plane, according to the FAA. American Airlines Flight 357 landed in Virginia just before noon. That flight from Philly was forced to land after the FAA says the crew reported a fire in one of the passenger rows. They're now investigating the incident. According to American Airlines, there were 160 passengers and 6 crew members on the flight. The airline says there was smoke coming from a customer's device, but crew members quickly contained the device before landing. They say everyone was able to get off the plane normally. Some of the passengers were later able to still fly into Phoenix.
It was in the back. I could smell it, okay, but I didn't see it. They got it out pretty quick. There was a little running around going on. There was a fire extinguisher bag, and then there was a bag they put everything in and sealed it, and the firemen took it out.
The passenger, George Ray, there says the entire incident was handled smoothly by the crew. A preliminary report from the NTSB is revealing new details about a close call between a U.S. military helicopter and a passenger jet near Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. The Black Hawk was approaching the Pentagon as the Delta regional jet was one of several that were preparing to land. The report states the helicopter did not have the proper clearance from Pentagon air traffic controllers when attempting to land at the Pentagon helipad. At their closest, the helicopter and jet were only 0.4 of a mile apart. The preliminary report does not assign blame or determine the cause of the close calls. Those details will be included in the final report. Meteorologist Chris Dunn standing by with a closer look at the string of weather impact alert days that we had. Not over quite yet.
Yeah, we have one more day. Weather impact alert. You'll see all this red stuff, all the red graphics for at least one more day because we have more of this on the way. 110 degrees was our official high today. Normal is 105, but it's not just the highs. It's also the lows. The morning lows, upper 80s, low 90s. Our typical low is 83, 84 degrees. So the extreme heat warning continues from Tucson to Phoenix, all the way into Southern California, including Las Vegas. Bullhead City and Lake Havasu City 111 tomorrow, 110 in Phoenix, 80 in Flagstaff. A fair amount of stormy action going on tomorrow in the high country, and then everybody kind of fills it in. We will have a pretty significant shift in the weather pattern coming up on Monday. That is going to be our transition day. Very warm tonight, humid in the valley. You can feel it out there. 110 again tomorrow with the extreme heat warning and our weather impact alert for tomorrow. And those thunderstorms, an increasing chance coming up statewide. Speaking of thunderstorms, we do have, well, it's quiet in the valley, but we do have an area of stormy weather, Mojave County. This is the same one that moved through Bullhead City about an hour ago. Severe thunderstorm warning right along the river. That goes until 10:15 tonight with some strong gusty winds with that thunderstorm cell, and a couple of them moving through the Kingman area earlier. 5 for the monsoon meter across northern Arizona, just a 1 for the valley down into southeastern Arizona. So you can see most of the action is going to be up here. Just a small chance of a gusty thunderstorm, but that chance increases as we get into Monday. Monday, 40% chance, and temperatures come down as the rain chance comes up. A 50-50 shot at showers and thunderstorms as we spill over Monday into Tuesday, and Tuesday's high only 100, and I have even cooler days on the way in my 7-day forecast that's coming up a little bit later on. Rachel?
Only 100, and that is going to be a sigh of relief for us. Chris, thank you. That extreme heat, though, is certainly dangerous. You can see here one hiker was rescued by a Phoenix police helicopter after the heat got to her while she was hiking Camelback Mountain this morning. Phoenix Fire says the woman had started her hike around 7, but received reports of her being overheated. So they headed out to Cholla Trailhead around 11 o'clock. Firefighters hiked the trail to meet the woman where she was and evaluate her condition, but then decided to use the helicopter to get her down safely.
Well, again, we're trying to let people know, stay off the trails. It's hot out. It's really humid. We just had some rain, so it's extra humid today. The trails are closed for a reason, so we try to educate people and advise them, stay off the trails. It's not worth it.
The hiker was stable by the time she got to the hospital for treatment.